Well, a tragedy in Harlem with local ties. A woman clutching her baby jumps from the 8th floor of her New York City apartment building. Tragically, the woman died, but in what some are now calling a miracle, her baby survived. This happened at that building you saw in Harlem yesterday. Cynthia Wachenheim was 45 years old. She was a native of Colony and still has friends and family here. Our Craig Smith spoke with some of them tonight, and he joins us now live from Colony with more. Craig?
Dory, it's been almost 27 years since Wachenheim graduated Colony Central High School. She was the valedictorian. Someone who answered the door at her brother's house tonight said the family won't be talking about this. But I found someone who did want to talk about it, and she said she thought her old schoolmate might want her to.
She was consistent, stable, gentle, calm, smart, not a mean bone in her body.
Elizabeth NOWICKI went to high school with Wachenheim in the 80s. They attended the same law school, worked in Manhattan, and last spoke several years ago.
Everybody in Colony who sort of grew up in Colony, as best I can tell, they are beside themselves. One of my good friends from childhood was next door neighbors with Cindy and her family. The same way it is with me and my family. They can't stop crying. We can't stop crying.
Police say when Wachenheim and her son fell to the street, she died on impact. The baby survived. This man says he watched it happen.
The baby bounced off her chest onto the floor, face down, and was crying. I wish I never witnessed that, but I wish nobody ever has to witness that. It's disturbing and horrible.
This man told reporters he lives 2 doors down on the same floor.
When I came home, they were arguing, and I actually stopped to listen, and he was screaming at her, and the baby was crying. He just kept saying, "Why wouldn't you pick up the phone? Why would you put that stress on me? Why wouldn't you pick up the phone? You know I'm under a lot of stress. Why?" He's screaming, why?
Cindy was sort of the person who would be happy if this situation raises awareness of postpartum depression, the sort of mental changes, emotional changes that might come with having a baby. If this can be used to educate people, that would really strike at the kind of person she was.
We don't know yet what exactly led to this. The baby was last reported to be in critical condition. Tonight, the New York Times is reporting there was a 13-page suicide note in which Wachenheim blamed herself for what she perceived to be problems with her son's development. The Times attributes that to law enforcement officers who saw the suicide note. That isn't necessarily what happened here or what led to this tragedy happening. We may never know. We're live in Colony. Craig Smith, CBS 6 News.